by the end of this video, you should be able to program the MSP430 microcontroller without using the MSP-EXP430G2ET launchpad. The launchpad is something like this. So here's the launchpad. We're not going to use this actually. We are going to use the bootstrap loader. Okay, we're not going to use this. Okay, let's set aside. Here we have a USB to serial converter, the FP232RL USB to serial converter, and then we have the MSP430 microcontroller. We have some connecting wires. The power is already wired, and then we have a 20 kilo ohms resistor for the pull up of the reset line of the microcontroller. Here we have red and green LED. Also, they are current limited using a 150 ohms resistor. I hope you can see it clearly. Okay. Sorry, please bear with me. It's very blurry. Okay. By the way, BSL is already programmed, or it is baked in the factory. It is something like it is etched in the factory during the manufacturing in the fab. Okay. It is in the mask ROM of the microcontroller, so meaning it is permanent, and even if you write some code to the flash, the BSL is still there permanently. Let's start programming this. We're going to use the Energia IDE. It is the Arduino-like IDE, but for Texas Instruments microcontroller. Okay. Here we have two LEDs, red and green, which are connected to pin 2 and pin 14 of the microcontroller. And then here, while the LED is flashing red and green, they are flashing for 500 milliseconds. While they are flashing, the serial is outputting a simple string, hello world. Okay, let's compile this. Let's compile this. Compile, verify, compiling sketch. Okay, done compiling. Let's find where this is saved. Okay, user admin app data local temp Arduino build. Okay, let's find this folder. Oh boy. Users. App data. to build 280.237. Here, we found it. Arduino build 280.237. Let's open this. Blink and serial.ino.hex. Let's copy this. Copy. Then let's go here. Here's the folder for all the files that are needed. Let's paste the hex file here. Paste blink and serial.ino.hex. Okay. Here, we have some very important executable application. The BSL demo 2.01 c.exe and srec_cat.exe. These files are very important, enable for us to upload the firmware, and also it will convert the hex file to TI text, the file that is needed for uploading the hex file, or sorry, the file that is needed for uploading the TI text. It will convert the hex file to TI text. I hope that is clear. So here I converted, or I created a batch file to be able for us to easily upload the command, so that we're not going to type the syntax every time we upload. Let's open this. Edit. Okay, this is the converter, hex file to converter. Also, we have converter and flasher. This is the I included a pause. This is the converter. This is the flasher. Okay. I think I need to rename the blink and serial.hex into TI text flash. I don't know. Flash.hex. Okay. There's already flash.hex here. So I'm going to remove that. I'm going to delete this. And then I will rename this to flash. Okay. And then according to the prompt, or according to this syntax, the flash.hex will be converted to TI flash.text. Okay. And then after that, it will be uploaded using the BSL demo.exe program using the COM port number 3. So make sure the USB to serial converter is, in my case, it is connected to COM 3 of the computer. Okay. Let's try. Let's try. Okay, I will connect the USB to serial converter. Okay. Here we have the converter. Let me double check it first. Okay, I will run this. Open. Press any key to continue. Watch for the conversion. There will be a file or TI text file that will be generated. Oops, failed. Opening COM port failed. Why? Let's double check. Device manager. Oh, it's COM26. COM port 26. So let me correct that. Edit COM26. And then hit the save. Okay, I think that part was not captured. This is the file generated. I will delete it. Converter, open. Press enter. Press any key to continue. Okay. Okay. It entered the Bootstrap loader. Okay, press any key. Let me go. Okay, it is now blinking. Let me discuss something about the Bootstrap loader. Let's go back to the here. Let's go back here. The folder. When we created a TI text file or the flash that or the firmware that is already loaded in the microcontroller. Let me open this. This is the actual firmware, right? This was generated using this batch file. It uses this srec_cat.exe. Here is the TI text file. As you can see here, here is the last 32 bytes of the program. Okay. Wait for a moment. Okay. This is the last 32 bytes. Now we're going to copy this. Copy. And then we are going to close the TI text file, the flash. Now we're going to open the password. Open. Now, why it is all FF? The 32 bytes of the fresh MSP430 microcontroller. In my case, it is MSP430G2553 microcontroller. It's a 16 kilobytes. So the last 32 bytes of the microcontroller is all FF because it is blank. So we're going to paste the current firmware, the last 32 bytes, paste, so that it is secured. Close. Now, if we're going to reflash the microcontroller, let's say, wait, let me check if I am recording. Yes. Let's say open samples, blink. Let me compile this. Verify. Where is the location? Eight two seven two four. 82724. 82724. I'm lost. Update local temp 827204. Here, blink.ino.hex. Copy. Then let's go back to the folder. Paste. I will delete this hex file, flash.hex, delete. Now we're going to rename this flash. Flash.hex. Let me double check. Okay, this is the current password. TI text that this is the current firmware. Okay. Okay, let's upload this. Convert and flasher. Delete. Let me delete this first. The current firmware. Okay, press any key to continue. Okay. It enters again the Bootstrap loader. Okay, let me show you. Only one LED is now blinking. Let's go back again to the current firmware. Let me close this. Let's see what's the current password, and then we're going to copy this. Copy, and then go to password. Wait, let me paste here so that we can see the difference of the two passwords. Okay, this is the first 16 bytes and the second 16 bytes of the first firmware that we uploaded. Let me delete that. Okay, this is the current firmware. Save. Now, we need this if we are going to program this microcontroller using a BSL for the next time. But if we're going to program this for firmware update, what we need is MSP FET or MSP mix signal processor flash emulation tool if um, we're going to program and lock the SPI-by-wire functionality or JTAG. We can use the MSP FET so that we can burn the fuse for the SPI-by-wire and JTAG. Also, if we're going to flash this normally using SPI-by-wire, we can use the we can use the launch pad. But if we're going to flash this microcontroller using the bootstrap loader, we need the password. It is very important because if we're not going to supply the password, the microcontroller will perform excuse me, the microcontroller will perform a mass erase on the chip. So therefore, the information A, where the calibration is stored, will also be wiped out. So it's very important. They created that so that if the chip is, or they will use it for the manufacturing company that is producing a commercial product, you need to burn the fuse for the SPI-by-wires to be able to prevent the chip from being extracting the firmware, so that other people can reverse engineer if they're not going to burn the fuse of a microcontroller, MSP430 microcontroller. Now, the only way you can program or update the firmware is using the bootstrap loader, provided that you have the correct password. If not, if you don't have the correct password, you're going to lose the firmware that is already stored in that product or microcontroller. So let me pause this video. Here I created a simple board for programming a MSP430 microcontroller. It uses the CP2102 USB to serial converter. Okay. And then it has two switches for SPI-by-wire and bootstrap loader interface, so that I can switch whether I want to use bootstrap loading or SPI-by-wire. So let me disconnect this. Let's program this using the board that I created. So you can see it's also running the current firmware. I hope you can see the green LED is flashing every 500 milliseconds. Okay, here's the back. It's a total mess. If you want to know the wiring, it's very simple. Just consult the data sheet of the MSP430 G2553 microcontroller. So let's go back to the Energia IDE. Where is the here? Here's the original firmware that I created for demonstration of the LED and the UART 280-237. Let's go back to the file folder. Users, administrator, app data. I'm looking for app data, local, and then jeez, I forgot. Temp 237, Arduino build 237. Blink and serial INO. Copy. You don't need the Energia anymore. Let's paste the original firmware. Oh. Wait, why? Let's go back. Sorry, this video is very long. You can just skip this. I don't have time to, do the editing. It's missing. I think it's because the Energia is already close. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to permanently delete this flash.hex and then recover the recycle bin. Restore. I think I'm going to open the Energia IDE again to avoid confusion, because like what I said, it's very important to provide the exact password. Let's hit verify. Arduino build 942. Copy. Let's copy this. I have a lot of experience in BSL, but I am still struggling when doing it on tutorial. Paste. Okay. Flash. Delete this. Now we're going to rename this Flash. We're going to rename to flash. Okay, then we don't need this. Delete. Password. This is the current password. Okay. This is the this is the blank MSP430. As you can see, all FFs. This is the 16 bytes. Or this is the 16 kilobytes. This is the 16 kilobytes flash. I think we need to check the COM port for the CP2102. It's COM3. So let me edit the batch file. COM3. File save. Zip, and here we go. We need to hit or open. Press any key to continue. Okay, it's now programming. Let me show the okay, it's not. We have the original firmware that we have. Now let me switch back again to the launchpad, or sorry, let me switch back again to the Energia IDE. Let's open the COM port. COM3, yeah. And then, but first, we need to switch the toggle to SPY-BY-WIRE and UART. Okay. Let me open the serial monitor. Oh, COM3 is busy. Okay, I think it's because the BSL is still open. Okay, serial monitor. Hello world. Okay. Therefore, we did not mess the information A of the flash. We really did the great job in programming the MSP430 using the BSL functionality of the microcontroller. So I hope you like this video. Sorry if this video is got very long. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.